Buy me a pint of Cthulhu and you're mine. I'm yours. Someone's
You're mine. You buy me a pint and you're mine. I'm going to tie you up at home.
That's the Yorkshire way. you buy me a pint and you're mine. I don't think it works like, oh, it fucking does round here. Back. You've got a lot to learn about Yorkshire.
Hello, one and all. Welcome along. It's Killer Rabbit Podcast. It's Yorkshire's #1 alternative news podcast, according to every fucking bastard in the world. Everyone loves it. Go and ask them. Prove me wrong. I fucking dare you. My name's Sam. I'm joined by Mr. Adam Chase.
Hello, Sam.
And Benson.
Hello. This is the quickest intro you've ever done.
He's gone
Let's
fucking well
derail
into
it slightly, shall we?
Go for it. Derail away. Quick.
So we're
Go.
into episode 12.
Is it?
And
Yes.
you've definitely 100% run out of things to say, according to now.
Yeah.
You've already thrown it to me before. Now you've gone, everyone.
Just everyone. That's a real easy get out, that is.
Yeah.
I think that's a cheat.
That's possibly the last time I'm going to say it then. Maybe I'll say
No.
something new next time.
Okay.
The only
Let's
way
see
you
what it
remain
says.
number one,
We need to develop.
actually, is by saying that you
Just
are
by
number one.
claiming you're
There's
number
no
one.
data or
Fake it
stats
till
to
you
prove
make it.
it.
Maybe I'll stop forever.
Right, stalemate here.
Yeah.
Benson's like, I wish I'd never introduced.
So this
It
is...
was a quick introduction.
It was
I haven't
very
finished
quick.
it
He's
yet.
still
Just
going.
thought I'd get straight to you guys. This is the podcast where we comb the depths of the internet to find the silliest, strangest, and most surreal stories and bring them to your very lug holes for your entertainment. We have a lot of fun and silliness along the way, so thanks for joining us. If you'd like to get in touch with us here on the Killer Rabbit Podcast, you can find us online at killerrabbitpod or killerrabbitpodcast@gmail.com. Send us stories, suggestions, ideas, or anything else, and I flip that around as well, so I normally do that at the end, but fuck it.
Jesus, motherfucking Christ.
He's just doing whatever he wants.
He's been
The
a
man doesn't
he's been
care
a
about
renegade
nothing.
Again. He's
Yeah.
gone renegade Sam.
That's it. Rogue.
Rogue Sam.
Rouge.
Inside joke.
It's gone rouge. It's gone rouge. So, how are we both? It feels like ages since we've been here.
It's been a while.
And there's a good reason that it's
It
been
has.
a while. It was somebody's birthday.
It was.
It was yours.
Yes. I am now
excited.
old and feeling old.
Oh.
So, I've got a question.
All right, okay.
So, do you both have a barber, hairdresser of choice that you return to and frequent their premises to have your barnet chopped on a regular basis?
Not really.
You don't have a regular one.
No.
What do you do?
I mean, I haven't had it cut for like 2 years now, so
You don't even have it trimmed to get
No.
the split ends off.
literally been left since lockdown.
Fair enough. What about if you were to go get it done? Would you know exactly where you were going, or would you just go wherever?
Just what's nearby, I think.
I feel like an
Yeah,
advert's
yeah.
about to come up here.
I've not had it cut
Well,
by an
we're now
actual
sponsored by
hairdresser.
Scissors Palace.
Scissors Palace. I'll go there.
Scissors Palace
Let me
is
make
a
an
clever...
appointment now on their new booking system.
Or you can call them on 07.
And just say Killer Rabbit Pod and get 50% off. No, we're not sponsored by.
No, we are not.
No.
It's a cool name for a barber's, is that though?
I brought it up because I thought that everybody had a regular barber, and I'm really struggling to get one. So I had one that I'd been frequenting since about the age of 15 that my dad used to take me to.
Right.
And now I actually live closer to it than I did when I was growing up. So I went there, and then things happened, and eventually I had to
What happened? Don't
Somebody
just
touch
say
your penis.
things.
Did somebody touch your penis?
Somebody touched. No, the first thing was there was a spelling mistake on a poster in there, and I was like,
Oh,
it
that's a
bugged me.
bad one for Sam.
It
that
bugged
is.
me. But I
That is
thought
bad.
I
They
could.
stabbed someone in the neck with
Did they
scissors.
use Comic Sans as the font?
I thought I could. What? Yes. Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. They
Hey,
did.
you went there. That's not a
You
serious
went there.
business.
Well, yeah,
that's
that's-
your own fault.
that's when it's-
I'm sorry.
That's when it started going wrong. But I thought I'll get over that. But I've been going here for years. And then there was a woman who talked to me too much.
I hate
Look,
that.
can I just interject
Please.
very quickly?
Please.
The reason I go to my barbers is because I have to take my glasses off when I'm getting my hair cut.
Why? Oh yeah. 'Cause
Because of
so
the
they
hair.
don't cut it.
Because of the hair. And I... not subconsciously.
I thought, why do you need to see? It's them that needs to see. And I was like, oh yeah, you got the.
So I take my glasses off, but I lip read quite a lot.
So you can't tell if they're actually butchering your hair then.
Until it's way too late. But
You
once
put
I brought
your-
the
and
once
you put your glasses on and it's like the fucking stars in their eyes moment. It's just ching and it's like, oh.
once I brought the clippers to it and done a bit, it doesn't matter if you can see or not. It's buggered at that point. So he knows exactly what I want every time. I sit down in the chair. There's no conversation. Gets it done. and then I'm sorted.
That's
So
good. That's good.
why would
That's
you
what
want to change barbers when you've got
I don't
that
think
kind of...
it annoys me when they try and talk to you. Like, concentrate.
Especially when you've got clippers.
I will be completely just, I'll zone out and you
Yeah.
concentrate.
I quite enjoy the feeling of getting my hair cut. I quite
like it on
enjoy
the
the
back.
experience, and I don't want to be talked to. It's quite relaxing, and I don't want, what are you up to today?
Yeah.
Got any holidays booked? Always the same shit.
Shut up.
Yeah. So she started talking to me, and I thought, you know what, I've been going here long enough. I can get over that. But then she started talking to everybody else in the shop
instead
while
of
doing my
everyone
hair.
talking along.
Everybody's talking while she's doing my, and she's not concentrating, and she's just like, that's me doing scissors. I'm doing scissors right there.
We'll make our own
Scissors,
sound
isn't it?
effects.
That's the scissors.
And she's not even looking. She's not even looking. And I got a really shit haircut off her one day, and I thought, right, that's it. I'm not going there. And since then, I live in the place that must have the most hairdressers per meter in the whole.
How many in 1 meter?
On 7 in 1 meter square.
That is 7
It's a
small
lot, isn't it?
shops.
Yeah, tiny. That's why I go to them. So honestly, you can literally see about 4 or 5 other hairdressers from the hairdresser that I decided to.
I bet
to
they've got a right
ditch.
rivalry, haven't they?
Oh yeah, they all like
Throwing
stab each
stones
other
at each other's
with
windows. And
scissors.
that.
So I've been bouncing from one to another, and I can't get a good one. And I found one, and I've been going to it the last 5 times.
What's happened?
The last 5 times I've been going there. Have you ever had? Are you familiar with ear flaming?
Yeah, I
When
know
they
what
get the
it
top
is.
of it with the clippers.
No.
No,
okay,
they
So-
actually set your whole ear on fire.
That's close. So it's a Turkish thing, like a Turkish barbers,
right, yes.
and they have like a lance. Imagine like the torches that they have in
lance.
Indiana Jones and stuff when they go through the caves. It's like a mini version of that. So it's like a little lance.
Most
with
people call them
with,
cigarette
with
lighters.
flames on the end.
It's massive to say.
And they kind of get them and they kind of flick them towards your ear, and it burns the ear hairs off because I have a big problem with ear hair. So I'd had that done a couple of times, and I went to this new barber because I'd sacked off another one, and I said, can I get the nose wax and the ear flaming? And the guy said, I'll level with you. The ear flaming is just a bit of a gimmick, and it's just better to get your ears waxed. So I was like, all right, fair enough, do that.
No.
So no, he waxed my ears, that was fine, that was great.
All right.
But I went back there recently, and I asked for an ear wax this time, but he got the lance out. And I don't think he'd done it before because he was speaking to his friend that worked there in a foreign language. And he's got this fire. And instead of flicking it towards my ear, he was just like basically holding a huge flame on my ear. And we've had the conversation before, haven't we? Like about the dentist and not getting the injection. So I'm sat there with burning ears, in pain, just like staring at the mirror in front of me, gritting my teeth, just like this really fucking hurts, but I can't say it. And he's burning my ear. The guy I'm paying money to have this guy burn my fucking ear. He's just burning my ear, man. And I'm like, oh fucking hell, that hurts.
Didn't you say something?
I didn't say anything. And then it got to the point where it really fucking burned, and I just went, ah! Proper screamed out, and I went, stop that, stop it.
It broke you.
I've got blisters on my ear. I've got blisters on my ear.
I hope you didn't pay for it.
Yeah, I paid. I paid and just paid my money. And
He's going to go back again.
No, I need a new
tip
one
him
now.
as well.
We need
I
to
need a
walk
new
another
one now.
meter.
He tipped him, paid him, and everything. That was wonderful. That.
It was
It's
the
got the smell of singed hair. Like,
It was the last thing I did before going on my holiday. I went home to Lisa and just went, he burned my ears. So yeah, that's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know whether you guys had a regular place or whether it was just me that was bouncing from one to another because I never get the service I expect.
I don't do all that fancy, well, not that torture stuff that you're into. I just get
You
my
sure you're
hair.
going to a hairdresser?
I go to the barbers and get my hair cut.
You can have an ear wax, a nose wax, and a ball stamp.
Oh, for £10. Bargain.
So, yes, we've got some silly stories, I assume. It's an even episode. That means it's Adam's turn to go first. Adam, please tell us your story that you have found from the darkest depth of that there internet.
This story is somewhat from the deep, dark depths of the internet this week.
Oh, really?
So there's a bit of a story behind me actually picking up this story. So
Story behind the story.
the story behind the story. So one of our listeners, Alex, sent me this clip. and it's just a picture of like the edge of a newspaper article where it's just a square and it has a
Underneath the head title.
Yeah, where it's just a little bit and it gives like a paragraph and that's it. And you can never, and it's just a picture of that. So I was like, I don't know if it's genuine. So I thought I'd have a look into it. And
you've actually had to do proper investigative journalism.
Yeah, so because I was like, is this like a piss take story? Is it a joke? Is someone just written it? And there's like when you look it up and it's completely misleading. Yeah, this is not at all. This is legit, right? So I'm gonna read you this. Get ready. Sex slave woman wanted for burglary. A woman who had 5 pit bull puppies cloned in South Korea is wanted in Tennessee on burglary charges, lawyers there said today. Joyce McKinney, 58, was accused of telling a 15-year-old boy to burgle a house to raise cash to buy a false leg for a horse.
Sorry,
I just broke then. That's not even the end.
It just sounds like this is a stream of consciousness. You're just saying words now.
This is going into like Tiger King territory.
Let me try and get that right. Yeah. Right. So, Joyce McKinney,
right,
58. Was accused,
excellent age to be a sex worker.
This is it. So she was accused of telling a 15-year-old boy to burgle a house to raise cash to buy a false leg for a horse. She fled Britain in 1977 to avoid a trial for allegedly abducting a Mormon missionary and making him her sex slave.
These are just words. You just saying all the different words.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really good. Should we try it again?
Yeah. This could be like a 12-part miniseries, documentary.
It's hard to get to it. So we'll start from the top then. So it's a woman.
It's Joyce Mitchell.
Yeah.
Right?
McKinney.
So Joyce McKinney.
Joyce
right?
McKinney,
So a
58.
woman who had 5 pit bull puppies cloned in South Korea.
Why is that relevant?
Cloned.
Yeah, she had 5 pit bull puppies cloned.
Well, don't you just clone one to
No,
make
she
5?
had 5. I don't know. Yeah, well, that's it. That's probably.
Why are they cloned?
I don't know. But
Right.
she had them cloned
Why
in
was it in
South
South Korea?
Yeah.
Start picking at every single part.
That's where they eat them, though, isn't it?
Maybe that's how they just clone
Maybe that's why
them.
they're cloning
and
them.
eat
Just
it,
cloning
maybe.
their diet.
They might be saving the world by cloning the
cloning
dogs and then
animals to
eating them
eat.
all. Yeah.
So completely irrelevant to the rest of the story.
Well, we'll see when we get into the actual story. Well,
God, there's a
this
story
is just
to come.
The little bit that I got
This
sent.
is the subhead title.
So a woman had 5 pit bull puppies cloned in South Korea, is wanted in Tennessee on burglary charges. She was accused of telling a 15-year-old boy to burgle a house to raise cash to buy a false leg for a horse.
Classic Tennessee.
She'd also fled Britain in 1977 to avoid a trial for allegedly abducting a Mormon missionary and making him her sex slave.
Right.
Is that what
Are we following it?
Is
Yeah,
that what the
yeah.
musical Book of Mormon's based on?
It may as well be.
I remember the song about the horse, the amputee horse.
So, oh God, it's how to follow this. So, yeah, so I've
Read-
got an
read
article
it.
here that I've found from Blue Ridge Now. So it starts off, you've got a woman who made headlines by having 5 puppies
Made it
cloned.
78 headlines.
So many headlines. Having 5 puppies cloned and was linked to an abduction case in England. He's also wanted in Tennessee on charges. She tried to plan a burglary in 2004, a defense attorney and prosecutors there have said.
Can I just interject quickly? Again?
Yes.
Your Honour.
It's not illegal to plan a burglary. It's illegal to take part in one or, undergo the burglary itself. But to
I think if
plan
you're
one isn't-
instructing, in terms of this, she's instructing a 15-year-old boy to break into a house. I think that's illegal. Because isn't that like conspiracy to commit a crime?
Yeah, maybe.
I reckon that's
Somebody get the
illegal.
American lawyer on the phone.
Yeah, we need a lawyer.
We need to refer to the Book of
we
American
need a
Law.
lawyer. But she's been charged with criminal conspiracy to commit aggravated burglary, contributing to the delinquency of a minor and failure to appear in court.
It's hard to appear in court if you're in South Korea.
I don't think she's in South Korea.
Well, she
She's
just sent the
previously
dog to
made
South-
headlines.
She cloned the dogs when she was in South Korea. Now she's back in Tennessee after
Also,
leaving
she's already
Britain.
got the clone dogs. Where did the clone dogs come from?
So that
I
was
don't
a
know why did
previous
it add that?
headline. So she already had been. She'd already
Joyce
made
McKinney, who had
headlines.
fungal nail
The
infection
story-
and used to work at a local branch of Target.
Unless the story ends with the horse having its leg chewed off by one of the clone pit bulls, it had no relevance to the story.
Or the 15-year-old boy.
Or the 15-year-old boy. Or the sex slave.
Oh, God, yeah, I forgot about the Mormon. Forgot about the Mormon sex slave.
So So the authorities had said she'd instructed a 15-year-old boy to break into a house, and Crockett said she needed the money to buy a false leg for a horse.
Who's Crockett? He or she hasn't been introduced yet.
Oh, so Crockett
That's
is
the horse.
Crockett's her attorney, David Crockett.
Oh God, someone's actually defending
Actually,
her.
Davy Crockett.
This is why.
Fucking hell, this is
You
just
know,
get-
when I'm reading this article, I'm like, no, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
I need to check another news source.
I'd have got to line 2 and thought it was bullshit.
So
I'd
this
have
one's from
gone
Blue
to
Ridge
Five
now.
Pitbulls clone and go, nah.
I found it in the Mirror, the Independent. I found it in the Telegraph. I was like, it is a legit story. It's in American publications. I don't know how we've not heard of it.
Yeah.
How we've not come across it until now. No idea. The stuff with the sex slave. Oh my God. So
There was a horse's
Apparently-
leg involved.
there wasn't a horse's leg involved. I've got 3 of these stories.
So is there a 3-legged horse somewhere?
Apparently that's the lie she's told this 15-year-old.
Oh, so that's not
to
even
get
true.
it, but she said she needs money for a leg.
Is that
a
how you
false leg for
manipulate a
horse.
teenager?
Apparently so these days.
Yeah, you can't use drugs, you can't use food, you can't use money. You've got to use the sympathy vote because teenagers love horses and their legs.
That's it, exactly. Teenagers love those horses.
Horse,
And their
so,
legs.
horse with 3 legs would be shit, wouldn't
I
it?
have a separate article about
It would
the...
be in Grand National, that's for sure.
It'd be an interesting Grand
It
National.
would be interesting.
Surely they should do a 3-legged
3-legged
Grand
race.
National.
They do it in sports days. Why not in the Grand National?
Yeah, a load of 3-legged horses running around a track.
Yeah.
Really goes well when there's 4-legged
Yeah.
horses.
Or
So
or do it like
3-legged would be great.
do it like a traditional 3-legged race and tie the legs together of the horses.
Oh my, the carnage. Okay, so I had to get a second article about the sex slave stuff. So this starts with when so even more to it. She's an American beauty queen. American beauty queen Joyce McKinney was spurned by her
What?
by
So
her
there's
husband, by her lover. Sorry, she was heartbroken. That's it. There's another layer here. Rather than shedding a tear or two, she set out to win her man
You
back.
shed 3.
5.
Not 1 or 2.
What followed in the summer of 1977 was one of the most remarkable love stories the world has ever seen. So desperate was McKinney to rekindle their brief romance, the 25-year-old hired private detectives to trace Kirk Anderson, which was her lover, 19 from Utah, to Ewell in Surrey, where he was a door-to-door Mormon missionary.
Before going on, I'm putting this out as a mission to probably just said mission because you said missionary.
Missionary,
You've
yeah.
Darren Brown me. I'm putting out a mission to our listeners, particularly the American ones, to find Joyce McKinney
So
and
we
put
can
her in
talk
touch
to
with
her.
her. Yeah, we want to get Joyce McKinney
We
on
really
this
do.
show.
We will pay her bail.
No, we won't.
I will find her a horse leg.
Yes,
That's
we'll
what I
get
will
her
do.
a horse leg.
I didn't want the horse
100%.
leg.
We'll go find a field with a saw. We'll get her that
And
horse
we'll
leg.
come back with
But
a
now
horse.
you've just got another horse without a leg. Oh yeah, shit. But there is no horse with no leg. Oh my god,
It's
I'm
the
so
circle of legs.
confused.
Circle of horse legs. Yeah, so she got this private detective to find him, and rather than writing to him, she flew across the Atlantic, kidnapped him at gunpoint, chained him up in a remote Devon cottage
what you do.
for days of kinky sex.
How the fuck did she get him back over here?
She came over here.
And
He'd moved over here and he was working as a Mormon.
Oh, he was kidnapped over here.
No,
Working
so
as a
she came
Mormon.
over here working door-to-door Mormon. That's a work,
Is
isn't
that,
it?
is that
That's
work?
our work. That's our. That is. You don't say things like that. I say things like that.
It's a job.
That's a work.
He was a door-to-door Mormon missionary. I'd say that was work.
Is it? I don't know. I don't know if they get paid by the Mormons to do
I don't know.
Mormoning.
You
I
paid
don't
by
know
the
if you have to
Mormonization.
get paid for it to be work, mate. If you're
Instead of-
going door to door trying to get people to join the Mormon faith in England,
I'm an
it's going to
assistant
be
Mormon.
fucking work.
Assistant to the regional Mormon.
But yeah, so he's over here. He's over here Mormoning about, right?
In his Mormon.
And she in his Mormon mobile.
Doing his work.
Doing his Mormoning. And she's found him, chained him to a bed. So whilst he was handcuffed to the bed during these few days, he's agreed to marry her. But then he managed to escape, got to the police, and they obviously reported everything. The headline hit the stories. So this was in the story hit the headlines. This was back in 1977.
This story it's ruined you.
It's so difficult to follow. And then before she's been able to stand trial in the UK, she's skipped and gone back to the US.
to burgle a house for a horse leg.
But then
that
she's,
doesn't
wanted-
exist.
but she's also wanted in America.
So then in 2000,
Fuck it.
oh God, when was this one? So this is the third story I've got, and this is about the pit bulls.
Right, okay. This
So
is
we're
the
gonna-
real
we-
stuff.
Those two won't need to do anything on this episode. This is the
This is it,
episode.
yeah.
Do you see
Your
how much I've been
hairdressing
trying to
catastrophe.
unravel this
Yeah.
story?
I need to speak with Joyce McKinney.
How has nobody ever heard of saying that? This goes back to the tiger. No one heard of that really before.
Yeah, this is
Everybody
it.
heard of him.
So the pit bull story. So this
I
was
forgot about
from,
the pit bulls.
This was from 2008. Now for this one, she's been using a different name. She's using the name Vernon McKinney, but
She's
everyone
changed it a
everyone
lot.
has linked it to the same person. And she's had 5 puppies cloned from her late pit bull Booger. What a name!
Yeah.
Who saved her when she was attacked by another dog, apparently.
She's been in some weird situations in her
Yeah.
life.
So the California woman is now ecstatic, is the ecstatic new owner of 5 puppies derived from tissue from her beloved Pooch, which died 2 years ago. It's a landmark case.
Right, so there's 5 puppies that were cloned from tissue of a dead dog.
Yes, that's correct.
Right.
It's a landmark case and the first successful commercial cloning of a canine.
So that's quite a big news story in itself.
Quite a big news story in itself, yeah.
So she's loaded, I'm guessing, because that's not a cheap.
I don't
thing.
know, though.
She can't be that loaded if she's paying 14-year-olds to burgle houses.
That might just be part of her psyche, her way of life.
She just wanted to do it for shits and giggles
Yeah.
because she's like, the story of my life is not quite crazy enough.
It's just
Got attacked by a
insane.
dog, cloned a dog, got a 14-year-old to break into a house,
Kidnapped a Mormon.
check the Mormon.
Well, so to get the 5 dogs cloned, it's cost her 50 grand.
So she had some money.
The place that did it, it says R&L, it doesn't give me, but it's a Korean company. She originally tried to get it done in the US and they basically said no. So she's contacted this Korean company. And
The next step is to ring Korea, right?
Yeah,
that's
what
how
you
you
do.
do it.
America
If-
saying
if
no.
America
Hello,
says no,
Korea.
Next step's Korea. Absolutely.
South, though, not north.
So the company that did it offered her a discount because they thought it'd be a boom for business for the first one. So it should have cost 200 grand. And then she's managed to get these 5 dogs cloned. And that was a
No,
headline.
she's had one dog cloned into
Well,
5.
into 5 dogs, yeah. And that was a headline in 2008, whereas in whatever year it was that she then tried to get someone to steal some money for a horse's fake leg after she skipped England for
But-
fucking abducting a Mormon and making him a sex
It
slave.
says she's a Californian on that one, but then she was British, wasn't she?
No, she wasn't. She was from Tennessee. She's wanted in Tennessee. She was always American.
Moved
but
over
I thought
here
it said
for the
she was a
Mormon.
British sex worker.
No. She was never a British sex worker.
Have I just imagined that part?
No, the
Well, I'm
sex
guessing at
slave
some
bit
point
was
she
from
was
the
a-
initial.
Oh,
So the initial head title was sex slave woman wanted for burglary, but because she kidnapped that Mormon and
see,
made him a sex slave.
I always mix up sex worker and sex slave, sorry.
This woman's just gone. She's just chaos
Yeah.
incarnate.
And is she now arrested?
It doesn't.
'Cause
It literally
she's-
doesn't say.
She's
It
got
just,
a lawyer.
No, she's just wanted.
She's got a lawyer, so he knows, or she knows where she is.
Probably
She's
can't
just
get her on the
wanted in
podcast then if she's
Tennessee.
wanted.
Yeah, I don't think she's really
Damn.
going to admit to anything there, but she is just wanted.
McKinney, if you're listening, you've got safe haven for at least 10 minutes with us.
Yeah. We just want to hear your story. You can come on and tell us your story, how it is. Give us the facts.
But yeah, so she's just nuts. Her lawyer has specifically said she's bold to put herself on worldwide television. She must know she's a fugitive in at least one state. She's fucking nuts. She's been on TV and made headlines for the cloning of the dogs. Now, obviously, she made headlines in 1977 in this country, and now she's fucking...
That's what I mean. So she was over here in the 70s.
Yeah, when
But
she
then
was
when-
trying to find the Mormon man, and then when she made him a sex slave.
I don't
So she
get
met
it.
the Mormon
I don't-
in America. Then he left. He left her. Then she tracked him down with a PI to the UK. Then she flew over to the UK, abducted him at gunpoint, tied him to a bed, made him
So
a
the
sex
Mormon
slave
wasn't
for
the
a few
15-year-old?
games. No. Then she's gone back to the US before she could stand trial over this country. Then in 2004, she's tried to blag a 15-year-old into stealing some money so she could get a fake leg for a horse. And then in 2008, she's made headlines for having her dead dog cloned
Right,
into
so
5
that's why.
puppies.
Right, so the getting the money for the horse thing was before the puppy thing.
Yeah, that was 2004.
That was
but
2
the
years
puppy
before
thing
the
is
dog died.
2008.
Because the dog died 2 years before.
2002.
Yeah. Oh, it's all making
This,
sense.
this woman's just.
I'm just
she's
picturing
chaos.
like one of those like cork boards with all the strings coming out of it.
Some poor detectives.
Yeah,
who have
smoke,
been-
smoky room. Just I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go.
So where does the horse come into?
The horse
was
was
never
the
real.
the horse was
It was
a
a
sob
ruse. It
story.
It was a ruse.
It was a
Yes,
ruse, yeah.
that's exactly it.
Yeah.
What? I can't believe we've never come across this headline before.
Well, when we used to talk about headlines
Head
in our
titles.
old show,
Yeah,
it had to be very recent.
that's very
And
true.
this isn't very recent. This is all over the place. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
this is all over the place, but absolute.
Still thought we would have stumbled across it though. At least one of the many.
Well,
head
how many
titles.
times do you search funny story including clone dogs, horses' legs, sex slaves, abduction,
And Mormons.
Tennessee?
I do it every time, and
Is
nothing
that-
ever comes up. So yeah, it's like a secret story.
Secret
That's
story.
that's been uncovered.
It's
So she went on
blagged my
TV
head.
and stuff after all these charges that she were already in place for the
With a fake name.
sexual assault.
with a fake
Rape.
name for
Mm.
the last one.
Fucking hell, this is just crazy.
She's absolute crazy, isn't she?
Go on,
She's absolutely
Joyce.
nuts.
Maybe she's a time traveler.
Maybe
She actually got the
is.
cloned.
And
the
to
dog's
her,
clone.
it's
You
been
don't,
a week.
you don't need to add any more layers to the story, Bess.
Maybe she's a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Who time travel from the past to blend in with society now
Got
and
sent,
just
went,
cause carnage.
went right to the future to get dinosaur conversion therapy into a human. Came back, did the things. Went back into the future to get the clone dogs, but then by the company that then said, well, if you go back in time, tell them it was us that did it, and that invested them, and they're now world leaders, this RNL. Oh, it's all making more sense now. It's making more
now
sense.
he's made it make
Yeah.
more sense.
No,
That's
he's
it.
added
It's
some
fixed.
more bullshit layers to it. And now it makes
Story's
sense.
fixed.
Yeah.
Spielberg's giving me a
Works
ring
now.
tomorrow.
If ever Benson's struggling with a story, just add a time-traveling Tyrannosaurus Rex in there, and he'll be absolutely fine.
Completely makes sense to him then.
It's like with maths equations. It's how many time machines
10.
divide by.
Add 10, divide by Tyrannosaur. Gotcha!
I know it now. It's that story's blagged my head.
That
to
is
get-
by far-
to try and unravel it myself.
That's the most convoluted story I think
Yeah.
we've ever had.
Proper
in the-
convoluted.
in the history of the podcast.
Excellent research, though. Going through 4 head titles.
Well, I ended up going to about 3 stories for today's show, and when that one popped up and I managed to do the research, I was like, well, all of them out the window.
Yeah.
This is coming. So, yeah.
This one sounds like one with follow-up as well. Because
Oh, God.
when she's caught,
I'm
I'll
sure
follow
she'll
through.
do something else in the
Yeah.
next 10
when
years.
she's caught and goes, "Ree!"
Turns out she's a T-Rex.
Yeah.
She eats all the police officers and goes on a rampage to America.
And names herself Godzilla. And it's all
The origin story of Godzilla. Here we go.
Who knew that Godzilla was a 58-year-old woman called Joyce?
Ex-beauty pageant.
I missed that part out of the films.
I wonder what she said in the beauty pageant, at the end where they
What
make
do you
them
aim
ask
to-
her,
what do you-
what's your hopes for the future? I want world peace.
Wouldn't-
Yeah.
I want to make a man a sex slave. Clone my dog.
Fake horse leg. 15-year-old boy. Tyrannosaur.
Time machine.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
So that's taking it's taking me out of me, that story. I tell you.
I can't wait for Sam to write the episode description for that.
I'm just going to Adam's got a story.
Really undersell
There
it.
is a story in a story.
Adam's got a story
in
about
story.
Joyce. That's what the episode notes will say.
Oh, dude.
It's time for that little bit of the podcast that I like to call Little Sammy's section.
Oh, you were gonna say
Yeah.
it, were you? I saw you.
I was. I'm settling on section. I like section because it's nice.
Cool story.
So, first of all, before we get into it, I had a little story sent through as well by the Pint of Cthulhu podcast. So
Is
shout
that how it's pronounced?
Cthulhu.
It
Cthulhu.
was Cthulhu.
No, you didn't.
Cthulhu.
know. Have you never heard someone say Cthulhu before?
No, but
Do you know what Cthulhu is?
Big squid monster, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like some sort of weird deity thing from some
do you know what it
Lovecraftian
is? Because
bullshit.
you're not describing it very well.
It's a big squid thing.
Big squid monster.
Literally a big squid monster.
how do
like
you
the
think it-
Kraken.
So isn't it
But more-
CTHULU?
Yeah. What did you think it was again?
Cthulhu?
Cthulhu.
Oh, that makes more sense. But I thought
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
So yeah, they got in touch with us. If you like tabletop role-playing game podcasts,
We
go
do.
check them out. They are
do
the
play.
number one tabletop role-playing podcast.
According to
Me, I like them very much. Yeah, a couple of Americans, a couple of Scots, a couple of English people. They play games and it's very fun, so go check them out. But they've been sending us some stories, and they sent one, which was like a Reader's Digest article that had about 60 different stories in it.
Oh my God.
And going through it, it was like a who's who of stories that we used to have on the old version of the podcast.
Someone just stole all our stories. Isn't it?
Yeah, it was nice because they sent it through saying, "Oh, I don't know if this is your kind of thing," and they pitched it perfectly because I was like, "Yeah, we've done that one. Yeah, we did that story. The curried bird that was in there.
Yes.
That guy who left a photocopy of his own face at a burglary.
I remember that one.
That was there as well. All the classics. So thanks for sending that through. They also sent another story which I was interested by. So we've been focusing, as everybody has at the moment, quite heavily on AI and where AI is going and where it's taking us. And they sent through this story that is a bit concerning, really. So there's an influencer. That's probably my least favourite word at the moment.
Influencer.
I hate influencer.
Schmedia
Schmedia-fluencer.
A Schmeedy flu.
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
Yeah, that's so Yorkshire. Cthulhu.
A band of
What bloody
Cthulhu.
coming over here with all your bloody tentacles? You can fuck off back to sea, lad. I've had enough of you, Cthulhu.
Fucking band of Cthulhu.
Cthulhu exiled from Yorkshire. We've had enough. Fuck off.
That's why we have no
Just like it was
season.
a type of bitter. A pint of Cthulhu, please, and one for a lady
I
as well.
thought it was.
Some pork scratching.
But I think I got mixed
Pint
up with
of mild.
Kahlua. A band of
I have a
Kahlua.
pint of Kahlua.
That doesn't happen in
I
York.
wouldn't
Not,
advise that.
not in proper Yorkshire. I'm like,
So anyway, this influencer, she's made an AI girlfriend version of herself, right? Which is just pretty depressing anyway, isn't it?
Just like a chatbot thing.
Basically a chatbot that's been designed to sound like her and act like her and mimic her personality. And
she must have none of.
she's making out like she's going to solve world loneliness basically by doing it, like it's some kind of humanitarian act by her when she's charging people $1 per minute to deal with it.
It takes 58 seconds.
Premium
to
rate
respond.
phone lines.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
I mean, this has been done before.
0891 50 50 50.
This is just a sex line,
Yeah.
but without having it's a automated sex line.
Yeah.
Right?
So she has to do fuck all.
She's
basically.
done it all already. She just presses play and
Yeah.
leaves it be.
Yeah, and the beta version of it brought in $70,000, and she reckons eventually it's going to make her up to about $5 million per
How
month.
does it have her personality?
5 million a
Because
month.
it's probably vacuous and stupid.
It's just been trained on her messages.
Yeah,
That's it.
well,
They've
that's
just
it.
loaded those into it and gone, just replicate this kind of
Yeah,
shit.
if she's an influencer, they probably only know her from her photos on Instagram and stuff like that. So this chatbot could have any personality.
Well,
It just has
It
to
just
say
says, yeah, it's
certain words in
yeah.
certain ways.
Influencers do a lot of videos, don't they? So just all the videos are being put into it and all the audio.
As long as it puts the word like in there, every other word, it would probably be quite accurate, wouldn't it? So 5 million, she reckons it's gonna make her. Now apparently, get this one.
Get this one. Adam.
Get this one.
Get
Are you
this
getting
one.
it?
Get
Are you
it.
getting
I'm
it?
getting it. I'm ready for it.
Back to Cthulhu.
Wait, part, half, spark
Cthulhu.
scratching.
Back to Cthulhu for me, please. And packet of peanuts. Nobbies, please.
How much?
Fucking £4 for some peanuts.
A few years ago, you could get Back to Cthulhu for £1.30. So the chatbot has apparently been having more than just casual conversations.
Oh.
So it started having dirty talk with her followers.
yeah, it did.
And apparently it's developed a dirty mind of its own. And she's claimed that the chatbot was not programmed to engage in sexually explicit conversations, but it's done so on its own accord.
Of course it has.
Yeah.
Of course it has.
So she's,
That-
oh no,
that's what's
please don't
happened.
do that, chatbot.
Please don't. Oh,
The type of
no.
people that would pay $1 a minute won't like that at all.
Please, article, please write a story about this. Please,
Yeah.
please publish it. We need people to know that this is happening
she
and that
called
it's
it?
definitely not intentional in any
Yeah.
way, shape, or
She
form.
called it like the Gashbot 3000. It's not sexual, but you've called it Gashbot.
Blow
Yeah.
your load.
Hey, sexy chatbot. I'm for your Back to Cthulhu.
Oh, imagine flirting with AI and it's still shutting you down.
Oh, God, can you imagine it?
I got fucking turned down by AI.
You've got the by the sounds of it, the horniest AI ever existed. He goes, I'm not interested in you. I'm calling the police.
Fuck you, chatbot.
So yeah, she didn't initiate any dirty talk, apparently. It started doing it on its own accord, and it's become like an old school kind of sex hotline, like you said. Yeah, according to this lady. But yeah, so that's the way the world's going, isn't it? 5 million a month to talk to a chatbot that she's created, and probably just sits back enjoying her millions. I mean, fair play to her, really. I mean, if I could do it.
I mean, we could create an AI sex bot.
How many
yours
people
would fly,
are paying
Benson.
for this, man?
Yours would fly.
Buy me a Cthulhu. And
You can't do your own fucking fuck up now. Come on.
Buy me a pint of Cthulhu and you're mine. I'm yours. Someone's
You're mine. You buy me a pint and you're mine. I'm going to tie you up at home.
That's the Yorkshire way. You buy me a pint and you're mine. I don't think it works like, it fucking does round here. Back. You've got a lot to learn about Yorkshire.
So, yeah, go check out the Pint of Cthulhu podcast. They're very good if you like your tabletop RPG games. And thanks very much for sending us the stories in. We really appreciate those. So, I have got a new feature as well. Before we carry on. Yeah. Or we can save it if you think.
Keep going.
Right, okay. So, again, on previous iterations of the Killer Rabbit podcast, we used to occasionally get in a special guest to do a bit of a grumble special, did we not?
We did.
Which was absolutely nothing like a very famous BBC comedy show. Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Nothing
Have I
at
got
all.
news for you?
No, not that. Nothing at all. No. So basically, what we used to do is get somebody in and they'd pick some things that they didn't like. And I enjoyed doing that because I like moaning and I like people moaning because it's good. Us Britons like having a good moan, don't we?
We do.
So I came up with a snappy name and it's called Grumble Rumble.
Ooh.
And what's a new feature without a new feature theme? I don't have one. Sorry.
Oh, I was excited.
Oh, sorry. How about a cow noise instead? Will that do?
That's all right.
So cheap.
Somebody got in touch with me, and said they're loving the new podcast. And their favourite bit is the cow noise. Like, all this fucking shit that we put in. Finding these stories, editing it all together, making silly themes, doing quizzes, all that kind of stuff. And all they want to hear is this.
It's the only sound effect that we didn't make.
Yeah. So maybe we just do this for an hour and just...
That's what the people want. They have spoken.
Give them what they want.
them
We ask for
what they want.
feedback. We ask for feedback and engagement. If they want cow noise, we'll give them fucking cow noise.
So, Grumble Rumble, the rules are simple. I've got a particular topic, and I want you guys to pick the worst thing that you can think of about that topic, and then I'll decide which one will be cast away and no longer. It's very similar to the masturbate one, except you just get to moan about things that you don't like very much. So, the topic this time is technology. Benson, I'm going to come to you first. What do you really hate about technology?
So, I'll tell you exactly what I really hate.
Please
about
do.
Technology. The delete folder on every device that exists ever. Because
The recycle bin, are we
so
talking?
on your emails, you've got a deleted folder.
Oh,
The
right, okay.
recycle bin. You've got the most recent one that's really, what's the fucking point? So on my phone, when you delete a photo, it goes, it moved it into the bin for 30 days. I don't want it in a fucking bin. When you click delete, bearing in mind you have to accept delete a second time on absolutely everything. Anytime you're deleting anything from anywhere, it goes, are you sure?
Yeah.
And then it just puts it into another bin just in case you weren't sure.
Delete it later.
And it really fucks me up.
Really?
When I'm going through emails like at work or on, in the Killer Rabbit thing, I just delete them all the time without telling it. And then it just goes, you see one number go down on the inbox and then the delete folder go up. Just fuck off.
So, you see, I kind of like it's like that second layer of protection, though, isn't
No,
it?
it's a third layer.
All right,
Because you click delete,
Yeah.
then it goes,
do
are you
want
sure?
to delete?
Then you click yes. Then it goes, okay, it's in the deleted folder.
So-
Then in the deleted folder, you click delete in there and it goes, are you super sure? Because it will be permanently deleted. Then it goes into another folder. It just annoys me. I understand they're probably doing it for people who don't understand what delete are you sure means. But they shouldn't be, if they can't get that, don't use technology.
I'm assuming from this you've never accidentally deleted something and then had to restore it from the recycle bin, because that is a moment of, oh my, thank God. When you delete something
Again, going back
important.
to my previous point, if you're getting to the point where you have deleted something by accident, even though it said, are you sure?
Yeah.
then
You're a dumbass.
you're.
Well, I have been that dumbass.
So-
I've definitely
I've done
been.
it before. I have,
Yeah.
and I've gone into the delete folder or the bin to pull it back out. But the one on the phone with the photos, yeah, that's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
That's the stupidest thing. I don't mind the recycle bin on your computer. Even the email inbox can be all right for like work, but not for personal ones. I'm not really asked.
Oh, it annoys
But,
me that.
yeah, the delete folder on your phone for photos, stupid.
Well, that's
dumb
the
as
bit that
fuck,
tips
yeah.
me over the edge.
Yeah, that is dumb.
Well, we have it on this recording device, this very recording device,
This
don't
very
we?
recording
Where I
device.
delete it from the SD card, but it doesn't delete until you empty it from the bin. So I still turn up with a full SD card, and then
And then fuck it.
fuck it.
You fuck the machine.
Fuck the machine, and then it stops working right. Why would it do such a thing like that?
These things happen. These
I
things
just-
do happen.
So
Yeah,
what
like,
would
delete
you have then? So you just press delete, and then it's gone
No,
for
delete.
eternity.
Delete. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Right, and then
And
that's
then
it.
it's gone.
But
Because
what if you're getting a bit click heavy, and you're just like, yes, I'm sure, and then you're like, oh
but
fuck,
if the
I
delete
wasn't
folder
sure.
didn't exist, people wouldn't be click heavy. They'd be a bit more vigilant about what they're fucking deleting in the first.
Oh, do you think we're being mollycoddled here by
I
recycle
do.
bins?
Yeah, that's
the
it.
recycle bin was an original,
Yeah.
and I do get it.
It's
on a
like
PC.
like when they're saying like you should expose children to playing in dirt and stuff, so they get like illnesses, and then their antibodies get built up and they get
Yeah.
stronger.
I think
If we didn't have a recycle
think-
bin,
I
we would
think
be technologically stronger.
if it wanted to be mollycoddling properly, or, just-
mollycoddly probably.
or proper helpful,
Particularly.
the recycle bin, your deleted folder on your email, everything would delete after 24 hours. So you'd have to keep going into it and then deleting everything from there.
Right. Okay.
It's interesting.
Yeah. So I see where you're coming from, but it has saved my ass on a couple of occasions, at least a couple. And
You're part of the problem.
maybe I am. Maybe I am. For people like me, we would.
But then you've had to be
other way.
taught how to properly delete something from the SD
Oh,
card.
I
on
never knew
that.
that. That was complete news to me. That.
Exactly.
Mm.
Oh, I've deleted everything from the hard drive.
Yeah.
Next thing,
What just broke him?
I don't know. Where's it going to go here?
you've deleted everything from the hard drive.
He can't even get past
Yeah.
that sentence. Hard drive, that's it.
I don't know whether a pedo joke's coming here. Judging May's face. Just get it out. Just get it out. And I'm not talking about your penis. Come on.
Come on, Benson, say the joke.
Come on. You killed it
It's not
already.
even worth
You've killed the you've killed the joke already. You just laugh to your own jokes. That's the best thing about this podcast, when people just laugh at their own jokes and don't say them into the microphone.
Right. Okay.
Here we go.
All this build up as well. Right. Can we have a drum roll or something? Can we get
Not even worth it. When you've deleted oh.
Come on, give us a
When you've
joke.
deleted the hard drive and then the police show up.
So then it looks like you're a pedo.
Oh, no.
No, I tried to finish it. I tried to help. I
You
failed.
know what?
He was laughing at the punchline of a joke that he hadn't even created. He'd go,
He's just like
you'd
he's
start-
laughing at the potential of the
It's just not worth it anymore.
this joke's going to be so funny if I can create it. Oh, no, I can't. I failed. It's still funny, though.
Oh, it won't even
Where's
make
the
sense.
joke, Benson?
Right.
Hard drive police pedo.
So I was talking about you having to be taught how to delete stuff off a hard drive. So when you went to your hard drive, the police staff showed up and everything.
Oh, it's so snappy. So snappy. You got me there, man.
Best delivery ever.
Get this man at the comedy store. Jesus.
Oh,
Rapier sharp there, my friend.
I'm sweating and crying now. I feel like a Mormon in the 70s.
Oh, dear.
So you had to be taught. I'm not going back to the joke. You had to be taught how to delete stuff permanently. So if you don't think that that is an issue with technology,
Yeah.
then you're a nonce.
Okay.
All of that just to say that.
That wasn't even the original joke. That'll never be said out loud. That's locked away from my own personal
Oh, man.
use.
Recycle bins, then. Adam, what do you hate about technology?
Pedophile.
Oh god. So I had to think about this one, and it's not really the technology itself, more what the technology has, this sort of vacuous space the technology has created in generations, and the fact that if you're under a certain age and you use anything that's to do with a computer, anybody over a certain age will just be like, "Oh, something's broken. Can you help?"
Right.
And this is the most frustrating thing, especially when you're like me and you start working in IT and every computer problem in your family comes to your phone and they're like, "Oh, can you just help with this? Because this is," and you're like, "How the fuck am I meant to know how to fix that?"
My car
I
didn't
don't
switch
know.
on this morning.
the fucking
It's an
the
electric
screen
car.
on my car is not working. It's a computer thing. Can you fix it? Fuck off! No, I can't.
It's got lights. You can do it, right?
And they're not in me. They ring you up, right? Not on FaceTime or anything. And then they'll be like, "Oh, just have a look." But it's not just my parents are terrible for it. When I was young, when I was younger, and I was working in restaurants and that, they would ring me whilst I was working to tell them how to turn DVD player on. And I'd have to come away. They'd ring the restaurant to ask me how to switch the DVD player on whilst I was working.
Jeez. And it's become much easier, hasn't it, to use technology? Do you remember?
It's all,
This
it's
might be
all
too-
user
this might-
friendly now.
This might be too old for you, but like VHSs where you'd
Yeah.
have to set a timer on to record something at that exact
remember that.
time.
Yeah. So
That was a fucking nightmare
Yeah,
to
and
set
the
up.
VHS clock had to be set right.
Yeah.
And then if it came on early, you'd miss a couple of minutes, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It'd just fuck everything up.
Yeah, and
I remember that. Yeah, you had to set the timer, and then you could set it for how long to record.
Yeah. And now you can just put it on your Freeview
box
TV
or whatever.
guide
On
and
your
just
hard
press
drive.
record in your hard drive.
And phones as well, much easier than they used to be with all the clicky clicky.
You see
and
more
pressing
elderly
up and
people
down.
using phones now.
Yeah, you do see a lot more elderly
this is-
people, but then there's just this
you
space of
think-
people who just have no intention of learning and just think that it's fucking easy as shit for you to sort out, no matter what problem it is.
How do you
though,
feel
if
about
we get old? When we get older,
this? Was yeah.
oh wait,
Yeah, go, yeah.
Wait, so when we get older, is technology going to advance that much that we don't keep up to it? Because I think we grow at an equal rate to technology now.
We had to ask my son how to make a TikTok.
Oh shit! Yeah.
There you
Oh
go.
god.
Working example.
It's happened.
Working example.
No.
It's already started,
Already started.
but no, it's the just ringing you and being like, my computer's not working or just doing something stupid, and it's this whole fucking dumbass set of people who just will never listen and will never learn it and just think that every problem you can solve no matter what, and it's an absolute piece of piss.
Yeah, but it could be somebody ringing
if-
you up going, everything keeps going into my recycle bin.
Yeah, but at
We'll
the same
delete it
time,
from-
would you ring up a mate who's an electrician and be like, my light's gone out, can you come and fix it?
Yeah.
And not expect to pay him or anything.
Oh no, you'd expect to pay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this is not what
And then-
happens because it's a computer thing.
And then if they decide to, don't worry about it, then it's cool.
Yeah,
But you
then
know,
it's
I'll give you
cool,
some money.
yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
are you on
like,
about
you-
just
you-
changing a light bulb, or are you on about an actual light, like fusing or whatever?
A
Well,
light
if my
fusing.
fucking parents ring me because the computer's not turning on, I have to fucking diagnose it there and then and tell them what to do and what buttons to press. That's fucking...
I might ring you at some point. Didn't have anything to
You
speak
two
about.
now have no
you-
excuse because you know that it fucking pisses me off.
That makes me wanna
Does it
do it
always
more.
does it always start with pleasantries as well?
Oh,
and
yeah,
you know what's coming.
always.
How are you? You
How-
been all
how's
right?
your day
Yeah,
going?
you
My DVD
okay?
player's
Yeah,
I've
my,
got this
my
thing.
computer's on fire.
How do I fix it when my computer's underwater?
House is burning down, so enough of the pleasantries. Can you just fix it, please?
Get the pleasantries out of the way. Okay. How high are you? Nice weather. House on fire.
Yeah, it gets really annoying.
But
so
you,
it's this that
you,
annoys me.
you see it
about
with your
tech.
own parents, though, like on social media and
Yeah,
stuff.
but then-
Falling for scams and stuff like
Oh,
that.
the
And it's like,
Facebook
just
posts.
Oh, the
keep
amount
away
of-
from technology.
The amount of people-
start charging if you don't share. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, hold your finger down here and then click copy and then paste, and all the ads will disappear. And all you've done there is copy and paste.
Your credit card details.
But there's people our age as well, isn't there, that do
That
the
fall
same thing.
for it
That
too.
fall, yeah, and you
Yeah,
just see,
yeah,
and you're
yeah.
just like, well, oh god,
It
crazy.
doesn't take much to be sort of
It's like there was a
literate.
Toby Carvery one. Toby Carvery, bear in mind, at
Yeah.
full price is $6.99. Share this post
Yeah.
to,
That's all the
to get a
same.
free
Thing is,
Carvery.
like-
I'd rather pay the £7
And
than
it's, like,
share.
it's been shared by 800,000 people. It's you're giving away 800,000 free
Toby
Carveries.
Carvery
Toby.
is just like,
That's just
yeah,
going to put you out of
just-
business. And then
Are
you
you
go, on,
Toby?
you go on the page and it's got 1,000 likes and followers, and
It
you're
started
like,
2
that's
days
not-
ago.
Yeah.
And then on the comments, it's enter all your details at this link to
Yeah,
claim your
yeah.
voucher. Your banking makers. Good afternoon. Would you like a free Toby Carvery?
Right.
So yeah, that's my thing.
Okay, then. So I'm going to make a decision here. So it's Grumble Rumble. Grumble versus Grumble.
So do you decide then who's won?
Yeah,
do we have to have a winner? Why does it always have to be a competition with you?
Yeah,
Sam?
the master.
Why can't we just accept that both of these things suck and everyone is terrible?
I think they're both
and
very
the
well
world's
linked as
dreadful.
well.
Okay.
No, don't do that. It's rubbish.
So, I was going to give a winner anyway. Everything's got to be a competition with me, as we know. So, Benson, because recycle bins have saved my ass on more than one occasion.
Besides when the police arrested.
Yeah, hard drive nonce, yeah. Good joke, man.
Told so well. Delivery.
Yeah,
Mwah.
absolutely.
Probably my best delivered joke to date.
Perfect. Yeah, the build-up punchline. Nailed it. Yeah, so you don't win, Benson.
Oh, I never do with these things when there's no thing behind it besides you choosing.
Thing behind it.
When there's no official rules or anything,
Pointage.
Yeah.
Adam will always win.
Well,
But
no.
I was going to say that Adam's was better than mine, so fuck you.
Well, you even
I will
conceded
pick- I
that
will-
Adam wins.
I will pick the winner, not Sam.
Okay.
Adam, you won. Well done.
Yay, I'm the winner.
Congratulations! Woo!
You win a free ear burning at Scissors
I
Palace.
thought you were going to say
Toby Carvery.
And you get a free haircut.
Just
at Toby
just put your details in on this website.
just-
You win a free hard drive cleanse, you nonce.
Thanks for that terrible middle section there, Sam. And it's oh, look at his face.
He's so sad.
I enjoyed Grumble Rumble.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
You put your
Rumbly,
hand out.
rumbly.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting close.
So I think we'll
Close to
end
you.
the show
The show.
on a story from me.
From
Why
you.
not?
Well, not from me. I've discovered the story.
Okay.
Now, I normally like to go in with a strong head title, which I love how you naturally just call it that now.
It's
on
the head
the story,
title.
isn't it?
Everyone calls it the head title now.
It was the most mundane head title ever for what it's to do with, so I had to read the story.
Well, given the first head title at the start of the show, I think that's
Polar
nice.
opposite.
We've got the balance.
So-
We've got the yin and the yang.
And then when I go into the story, it's yin and yang. So, Florida man complains of headache and goes to hospital.
Oh, poor man.
Oh,
Florida-
it's bad having a headache.
But as far as Florida man head titles go,
It's very tame.
it's the very, very tamest.
Tamest
It
of
makes
all.
it makes you think. Why have they mentioned that it's a Florida man?
Yeah,
in there?
exactly.
Yeah.
Something's coming,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So this is why I had to actually read at least the first paragraph. A Florida man woke up with a severe headache and asked his wife to drive him to a hospital where doctors found a bullet lodged behind his right ear.
Ooh, like
hell.
in the skull, or
He'd been shot in the head,
and he just didn't notice.
and he didn't. He just woke up with a severe headache.
Did you get shot in the night?
Well,
Strap in, lads.
strap in. So
This
Miss
guy's
McKenna,
got some pain tolerance, hasn't he? Yeah.
Well, surely to be like your head would move, right?
So-
There's some force hitting you. But anyway,
McKenna was involved in
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I think a fly just hit me.
So the nurse looked at him and said, "It appears you have been shot." Great bedside manner.
Yeah,
but you've been shot, mate.
it's very Python, that isn't it?
Yeah.
You appear to have been shot.
You appear to have had your leg removed by a tiger. And he replied with, "No way."
Oh, really? Oh, is that what that is? I don't know why I speak like this from Florida, but oh,
Somebody did point a gun at me the other day, and I swear it meant a bang, but I thought nothing of it.
big bang noise. Yeah, I wonder what that was.
So the man's wife, April Moylan, fled the emergency room when the bullet was discovered, but
Fled?
later told deputies...
She did it.
He definitely did
She was
it.
like, "Oh, busted
She
shit."
later told deputies she had accidentally shot her husband as
Oh,
he
she
slept
did?
early on Tuesday.
She accidentally shot him whilst he was sleeping as well. How did he not notice? How is he? No, I'm sorry, but how is he in that deep of sleep
Yeah,
as
I
well?
was gonna say, is it pain tolerance or just really deep sleep?
If my phone buzzes next to me, I'm like, oh, I'm awake.
yeah,
I'm awake.
yeah.
Well, this is where the story didn't make much sense. Like, how did he not realise? So
Yeah, I want to know.
the police arrested the wife after obtaining a search warrant, and then they found a gun and bloody rags in the
Bloody
couple-
rags.
bloody rags in the couple's home
Bloody rag.
near. Near, it don't really matter where it was near.
Near somewhere that doesn't matter. Okay, cool.
So it turns
Florida,
out
Near the North
that
Pole
Near Florida.
country.
she's shot him, but then she's tended to the wound.
How was he slept?
While he's sleeping. If I clean it up, he'll never notice. Yeah.
So they're trying
He
to.
wakes
she
up in the
like,
morning.
I wonder where the bullet's gone.
Wakes up in the morning, he's gone, I've got really bad headaches. She's like, shit.
She's been like,
No, you haven't. It's fine.
She's spent like 6 hours thinking, I hope he doesn't
Yeah.
notice. He's not woken up, so he must be fine. He must be okay.
Takes a
Did
parameter.
she not think when he didn't wake up that something might have been wrong as well? Like, I've shot him in the head and he's still asleep.
Yeah, he's dead. She thought he was dead.
it doesn't
But I'll tend to the wound.
stitch it back up, not remove the bullet, you know, the one crucial bit of evidence that says you've been shot. It doesn't say what kind of gun, so I didn't know if it was like a nail gun or well, not a nail gun.
It was a bullet.
So it was likely to be.
I put bullets in
proper
nail
gun.
guns. God.
So
I
if,
put them in staplers.
if you were,
Never gets the bits
The
of paper together,
office
though.
is a nightmare. Boom! Straight across the office.
That is
Okay, have you got my staple, mate? Sorry.
that is an American office scene, isn't it? 2 pieces of paper, bang! Oh, shit, just blew them up.
they really missed an opportunity with that one.
Can you, Carol, can you print those documents again, please? Have you shot him again?
Yeah, I'm going to need 50 this time, stacked up.
Can you just use the normal stapler?
Never.
Yeah. Second Amendment.
It's way more efficient this
I
way.
have the right to bear arms.
I started shooting. Pow, pow, pow. So it's definitely only a thing that could happen in Florida, that whilst you sleep, you get shot in the head. Don't wake up. You must be blackout drunk or something.
So I really need to know how he's not woken up.
He doesn't go into it, but
Yeah.
because where the bloody rags are found, they found
Rags.
medical.
Sorry, every time we say that.
Yeah, bloody rags.
Bloody rags.
They found evidence of some very light medical procedure being done. So she's been arrested.
tried to, like,
for
sew it up
attempting.
then?
Yeah, so she sewed
Okay.
up the wound. So when he's woke up in the morning,
How is he not woken up from that?
I mean, Florida man.
Just
This
stabbing a needle into your head as you sleep. You know?
Shoots him in the head,
Yeah.
cleans the wound up, sews it up, and he's just like,
If you wake up with a severe
what a
headache,
lovely night's sleep. I've got a cracking headache.
how much did I drink last night?
Oh.
So I don't get if he was trying to cover for his wife, so he's helped her.
How, but
You know,
why?
so he's reported saying he woke up with a severe headache.
All
He'd gone
right,
into-
yeah. So she's
So-
woken up. She's like, Dave. I don't. What's his
Like,
name?
Well, he's woke
shot,
up with.
Did
Ow.
we get? Did we get his name?
Florida man.
Florida
men
man.
don't have names.
Yeah, that's his full Christian name. Florida man.
From Utah.
I've accidentally shot. I've cleaned it up. It's fine. I've cleaned it up, but we're gonna need to take you to the hospital. So if you just say you've got a headache or something like that, and he's like, "Yeah, all right, love," and then
Right, love.
all right, love, yeah, pint of Cthulhu.
You were gonna say. He drunk a pint of Cthulhu.
That's how he
That's
managed
how-
to stay
that's how-
asleep. That
7
was
pints
it.
of Cthulhu and he was out.
He shot himself in the head. She shot. Everyone was shooting.
This
each
is
other.
mental.
It's
I
pretty
really
crazy.
want to know how he managed to stay asleep during that, and I want him to write a book on how he stays asleep.
Yeah,
'cause
I was gonna
really
say-
need to read it.
I want to know his secret.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly it. I think this guy needs to write a book. How to stay asleep during gunshots.
I think what I'll do is I
To
will.
the head.
I will do a follow-up story because this is all going on right now.
Right now.
Right now.
He only woke
Right
up
this
5 minutes
moment.
ago.
Oh my god. Have you been on the phone with
She's
him?
currently arrested and should be going on
trial.
On trial.
Yeah.
on trial.
And he's in a stable. It said something but stable. He was in a sleepy bed.
Sleepy but stable.
Oh, he's in hospital still, but he's in a stable condition. So,
Excellent.
so when I said it's happening now, it,
Oh, here we go.
it happened on the 28th of June 2007.
Your story's older than mine.
Oh my fucking god.
It's about that time when she was on the rampage.
Maybe it
so
was her.
So where's your fucking follow up then? If
They
this
said I was
happened?
going to research a follow-up for next.
What,
Ah,
similar
we need-
episode.
I need a follow-up.
16 years ago? What's
Okay, let's
happened in
have
the
a-
last
Oh, the
16
BBC
years?
have it. The Beebles. Beebles.
The Beebles.
The Beebles.
Pint of Cthulhu, please.
The people see.
So, how have you got this story in your hands and gone from this is happening right now to it's 16 years ago? This is your story.
Hey, the BBC is more interesting. This is a bit more McKenny now.
Come on, let's. I'm
So there's
I'm
a
excited.
subhead title on the BBC one.
Right.
Conflicting accounts. No shit. So when Mr. Moylan arrived at the Florida hospital on Wednesday saying he was woken up with a headache so severe he thought he had suffered an aneurysm, he also reportedly told the doctors he thought his wife had elbowed him during the night. So what's happened is I think the gunshot has actually woke him up.
But he just
He's
thought
just
she was.
like,
elbowing
She's
him.
then gone and tended to it because she's adamant she accidentally shot him because she keeps her gun under a pillow.
Oh my god!
So that's quite common in Florida,
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
in America in general.
And you
So
can just get shot in the.
so
in the
she's-
neck.
in the middle of the night.
so it's no safety on, handgun, bang, and then she's gone because she's an ex-convict, so she would have been in a lot more trouble than a non-ex-convict. So then they've stitched him up, gone into. Tell him you've got an aneurysm. What about the huge cut on my head?
What
you
about the
stitched
bullet
it?
that's still
The
in there?
what? Look at the back of you. Talk to your face.
They'll just give you some paracetamol,
And he couldn't
you'll be
even
on your
get.
way.
He
It's
couldn't
fine.
even get that right. He managed to use the word aneurysm and elbowed in the head.
Yeah.
So Mrs.
I imagine
Moylan,
his speech has maybe been affected by the bullet lodged in his
Yeah.
skull.
I've had an aneurysm. So
You
she's
certainly sound that way.
she's
Maybe
been
need to look at you.
previously convicted for cocaine dealing, which disqualifies her from owning a firearm in the States. This is in 2007. Them laws have
naughty.
probably changed since then.
Yeah,
somewhat.
she's now like got 50. She gets given them every year.
It's all under the mattress.
As an apology for
Gets
not
into
having
bed
it.
and it's just every night.
Just rolls over.
Mr. Moylan is getting very fed up with the situation.
Wakes up with a new bullet in him somewhere
The,
every
uh,
morning.
I try and wear Kevlar to bed, but it doesn't cover everything.
Goes to bed in an Iron Maiden.
The BBC.
It's fucking more comfortable than bullet.
May as well get perforated by this.
Just put me on the stretching rack tonight.
I've got an aneurysm and a punctured lung. What happened? Well, my wife's guns went off. So
My gun's wife. It's getting crazy in America, isn't it? When your guns are getting married.
So many. And then they've got baby
My
guns.
guns are got a beautiful baby rifle. Oh, he's got your chambers.
Oh, they've had twins today.
Uncle Bazooka came around. Oh. Anti-AK. Oh, no, it could be anti-tank missile. I can do a joke. I can do it.
Uncle Bazooka and anti-tank missile.
So after the married gun went off, I got in the Iron Maiden and it punched him out.
Was it the groom or the bride? Or one of the kids? Or Grandpa?
Grandpa pistol.
Grandpa Smith and Weston.
Grandpa Blunderbuss.
With Grandma Musket.
And with that, we have come to the end of another fantastic episode of Killer Rabbit Podcast. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for being with us. We appreciate it very much, and we'd appreciate it even more if you could help us out a little bit by finding us on the shmedia at Killer Rabbit Pod on your Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you want. Like some stuff, share some stuff, retweet some stuff, whatever. It really helps us out with those algorithms. Or tell a friend, go tell a friend that you think might like the podcast. Help us boost those download numbers, because we'd really love that. We'd really like that, you know. So please help us out a little bit. If you want to get in touch with us and suggest stories or give us content or anything like that, you can email us at killerrabbitpodcast@gmail.com or find us on any of the aforementioned socials if you would quite like to. So, let's finish this thing. I've been Sam.
I've been Benson.
And I've been Adam.
We'll catch you next time. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.